We are Team 12 and our project is to create an augmented reality AR avatar receptionist. We are working with John McNamara at IBM and our team members are me, Lily Neubauer, Dylan Lim and Oliver Vickers. Our project aims to create an animated humanoid avatar that appears in world space on an Android mobile device and can interact with a human visitor to respond to basic reception tasks. It could be used in an office, healthcare, or educational reception setting. Ultimately, the aim would be for our receptionist to replace some of the roles that a human receptionist would play, such as greeting visitors, checking them in for appointments, or providing information about the organization. Our key requirements are to have an animated avatar that appears in world space on a mobile phone and uses voice recognition and voice synthesis to have a conversation with the user where it gets appropriate answers from a chatbot backend. It can answer basic questions about an organization by fetching information from a database backend, for example, information about staff, events, or the history of the organization. It should also be as friendly and easy to use as possible with appropriate user prompts. And we have tried to demonstrate the capability for the avatar to be adapted to different organizations such as healthcare or educational settings. Here you can see a diagram of our system architecture showing the main parts of our system. Starting at the top left-hand corner of the diagram, the avatar app accepts input from the user in the form of voice, text, or buttons. Voice input is sent through the Unity scripting backend to the IBM Watson Cloud text-to-speech service via WebSocket. When it reaches the cloud, it's converted into text, which is then returned to the Unity script. Unity then sends this text to Watson Assistant via WebSockets. If the user has provided text or button input, the first step of converting speech to text is skipped and the information is sent directly to Watson Assistant. Much of the functionality of communicating with the Watson Cloud from Unity is handled by the Watson Unity SDKs, which sit underneath our code for how the application and the avatar should behave given particular inputs and outputs. For example, if the avatar detects a certain intent from the Watson Assistant Cloud, it will animate in a certain way depending on this intent. When Watson Assistant receives text input, it analyzes this using our chatbot backend. The chatbot backend has been written mostly using the Watson Assistant GUI, but it can also be edited in a more automated way using JSON or CSV files. It consists of intents, entities, and dialogue that allow the chatbot to interpret user intention and direct the conversation accordingly. We have 3 separate chatbot backends adapted to different organizational settings: IBM headquarters, GP surgery, and library. Some of the dialogue nodes in Watson Assistant require additional information in order to answer the user's question, and this is achieved by directing these nodes to call an external Azure webhook, seen in the bottom right of the diagram. This webhook, in turn, can fetch information from organizational databases, seen in the top right-hand corner. You will now see 3 demonstration videos of our avatar in action, from a library, GP, and IBM headquarters respectively. The first one, from a library, shows a user trying to find a book by its author and then looking for suggestions in a particular genre.
Hello, I am an assistant to help you here at the library. I can find books for you by title, author, or genre.
I want a book by Agatha Christie.
We have Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie, and it's in section 1.
Can you suggest a book for children?
These are the books that we have in the children's genre. The famous 5 Enid Blyton section 3, Harry Potter, J.K. Rowling section 4, The Cat in the Hat Drive, Seuss section 2.
Here you will see an example of our GP chatbot in action, with a user checking in for their appointment. The application interfaces with the database backend to send a text to the GP, and you can see the text appearing on my phone screen. I want to check in for my appointment. I want to check in from
What's your last name?
Smith.
Which doctor are you seeing?
Dr. Andrews.
Which doctor are you seeing?
Dr. Andrews.
You have been checked in for your appointment.
Finally, you can see our avatar that was designed for the IBM headquarters. The user first asks about events happening in the building, then they ask for more information about IBM, and finally they ask to meet a specific staff member, Maria.
What events are going on at IBM today?
There are events happening here at the following times on 2020-03 to 24, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 1400 hours. You can ask me for more info using the time of the event.
How many employees does IBM have?
IBM has over 350,000 staff worldwide.
When was IBM founded?
IBM was founded in 1911 by Charles Flint and Thomas Watson Sr.
I would like to meet Maria.
I didn't understand.
I have a meeting with Maria.
Maria's office is 159. Let me show you a map. I've texted them to inform them that you've arrived.
To summarise, we have achieved all of our must-have and most of our should-have functionalities. Our main achievements are that we have successfully joined up 3 IBM Watson tools with Unity Game Engine and Azure Cloud to make a working avatar that can respond to basic reception tasks. We have shown that this avatar can be adapted for use in different organisations and that it can be linked with systems like SMS to send information to human users. This has been an ambitious project, and although our final product is very functional, there is still a lot of potential for our avatar to be more user-friendly, aesthetic and flexible. AR avatars are an exciting emerging field, and we hope to see others building on our project in future, as we are releasing it with an open source license. Thank you to our partners at IBM and our academic staff at UCL for supporting us throughout this project this year.